Good day everyone. Today I'm gonna teach you guys on how to play, how to set up and run a Princess Peach Showtime fully optimized into your PC. So if you're interested in this, then please do watch this guide because I'm gonna teach you all the things you need to get started. So first of all, what you need is that you will need to have a copy of all the 3 files that I have highlighted here in my desktop because they are really important. And also you will need to install an application called Ryujinx. So for those who do not know and are new, Ryujinx is an Nintendo Switch emulator. It can fully play any Switch games into your PC as long as you have all these files here installed in Ryujinx emulator. Without these files, Ryujinx emulator is useless and will not be able to play any Switch games. So I'm going to teach you where to get Ryujinx emulator officially. And to do this is just open a web browser and just type in Ryujinx emulator in Google search and hit search. The first result would be ryujinx.org, and that is their official website, so be sure to click on that. Then go click on the Get Started button here. Now you can choose on which device you want to install it. So if you have Linux, then choose on the installer here. If you're from Mac, be sure that you are on Mac OS 12 or 11 so that you'll be able to install Ryujinx. And if you're from Windows, be sure that you are Windows 10 or Windows 11. So I am in Windows 11 and Ryujinx emulator runs perfectly in it. So I'm just going to skip on the download installation process because the download and installation process is really easy to do and is really straightforward and that anyone can do this and any newbie can do this. Okay, so go ahead, click on it now, click download, install it, and run it now into your PC. So I'm just going to minimize this and I'm just going to assume that you have already installed Ryujinx emulator. So go ahead, open it. Now, as I've said, Ryujinx emulator is useless without this file. So first of all, you need to know what are these files. These files are the Nintendo Switch keys and the Nintendo Switch firmware. Both should be version 17.0.1 in order for it to run and play Princess Peach Showtime and all of the previously released Switch games. And the game should be in XEI file format so that Ryujinx emulator will be able to detect and boot up that game. Now, if you're asking me on how to get all of these 3 files here, the most legal way to do this is that you own a Nintendo Switch console which is fully modded and have installed a custom firmware in it. Because if it has a custom firmware installed in it, that means that you can fully access your Nintendo Switch system files. And once you have access on that, just look for all of the Nintendo Switch keys and the firmware file of Switch, dump it, and transfer it into your PC. Now, in order for you to get the game, there's no other way around this, but you should purchase the game legally. Own the physical copy of the game wherein you have purchased it from a physical store, and once you have done it, now you can now legally dump that game into a digital format, and it should be in XEI or NSP file format, so that Ryujinx will be able to play that game. So that's what you need to do in order for it to be installed in Ryujinx, okay? So you will need to have these 3 files here. So, for those who don't own a Nintendo Switch console but want to try out and play this game, all you have to do, guys, is just scan this QR code here in the screen, scan it with your QR code reader so that you'll be redirected to the page wherein you can get a copy of all these 3 files. So once you are in the page, be sure to check out these 3 files here that I have highlighted in my desktop and then get a copy of it and then transfer them into your PC. And once you have done that, we will now be able to install them in Ryujinx emulator. So I'm just going to skip on that part. And I'm going to show you now to install it. So go ahead, open Ryujinx emulator, go to File, go to Open Ryujinx folder, and then locate System folder. And then open the keys zip file in the desktop. And then all you have to do is just copy the product keys and title keys inside, drag and drop, copy and paste this file into this folder here. Once you have done that, close in that. Now it's time to install the firmware file of the Switch. Go to Tools. Go to install firmware from XEI or zip file, locate that firmware file, hit open, and it will say that we'll have to install this firmware, hit yes, and it will say successfully installed here. Now hit OK. You'll know the installation is successful because in here right below it will say system version 17.0.1, the same as the keys and the firmware file of the Switch. Now, the next step now is to optimize your Ryujinx emulator so that there'll be no drifting, no crashes, no black screens into your playthrough. And to do this, just go to Options, go to Settings. And in this part, just be sure to pause the video and copy every setting that you see here. So these are my settings for the General tab. So the game directories could be anywhere into your PC. It's better that you store your Switch games into an SSD rather than an HDD so that the game will run much faster. So the storage could be anywhere into your PC as long as you know where they are. Just put them in the same folder, okay? Now go to input. I have connected my Nintendo Switch Pro controller here because it's much better than playing it using a mouse and keyboard, because that is really a hassle. So be sure to use a controller. So if you have an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller, connect them into your PC and map them up according to your liking, just like mine here. And also be sure to change the dead zone here in 0.20 in both left and right sticks, so that there'll be no drifting and no controller issues into your controller. So be sure to change that. And once you have done that, go to keyboard and hotkeys. Really simple settings. They are in default. Go to system. You can change this to whatever you like, because there are games that you want to change some dates, such as the Animal Crossing game. Once you're done, go to CPU. Really simple settings, so be sure to copy them. Now go to graphics. This is the most important part of the settings, so be sure to copy everything. Graphics backend API is in Vulkan API. Preferred GPU is you should have a dedicated graphics card. Feature and enhancements, be sure to check enable shader cache and enable macro HLE. Resolution scale should be in 2x resolution, so that the game will look much sharper and much more beautiful than the native resolution of the Switch. But if your PC can't handle that, then just revert back into the base resolution, which is the native resolution 720p or 1080p, depending on the game. So I'm just gonna choose 2x resolution because that is the best for me. Now, the next step, go to audio. Really simple settings, so be sure to copy that. Network, so if you want to play online, so be sure to copy my settings here to be able to play online. Once you're done, hit apply and hit OK. Congratulations, your Ryujinx emulator is now fully optimized to run and play any Switch games, all of the previously released and the newly released Princess Peach Showtime. So a little bit of a disclaimer, I will not be able to show you guys a gameplay of Princess Peach Showtime because we all know how strict Nintendo is, and they do not support the Nintendo Switch emulation scene for PC, because as of now, they have sued User Emulator, and User Emulator has settled to pay them 2.4 million, and that User Emulator is out of the game now, and there is no User Emulator for PC now because they are gone. And Nintendo is really bad at this kind of things, such as the emulation scene. So I hope you guys do understand this, why I can't show you any gameplay at all, so that my channel will not be taken down, my videos will not be taken down. So as long as you have all of the steps that I've shown you guys, you'll be able to play Princess Peach Showtime into your Ryujinx emulator by following all the steps that I've done, and be sure to follow all the optimization settings to run it perfectly. So if you have some questions regarding the installation process of Princess Peach Showtime, then just leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to answer all of them as fast as I can. Thank you for watching, see you next time, and goodbye for now.